Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Phospholipids, structure, classification, and functions. Phospholipids are polar ionic compounds composed of an alcohol, a nitrogenous base attached with a phosphodiester bridge to either diacylglycerol or sphingosine. Here is the structure representation. The general structure of phospholipids composed of a hydrophilic head. Hydrophilic head composed of phosphate group with alcohol or nitrogenous base, and hydrophobic tail composed of a fatty acid attached with a glycerol part. Phospholipids predominant lipids of cell membrane. In membranes, the hydrophobic tail is associated with a non-polar portion of other membrane constituents such as glycolipids, proteins, and cholesterol. Hydrophilic polar head extended outward and interacts with intracellular and extracellular environment. Functions. Membrane-bounded phospholipids, they act as a reservoir of intracellular messengers like diacylglycerol and phosphatidylinositol triphosphate for some proteins. Phospholipids in membrane serve as anchors to cell membranes. Non-membrane bounded phospholipid, this serves an additional functions in the body as a component of lung surfactants, either essential components of bile, whether their detergents properties aid in solubilization of cholesterol. Now the classification of phospholipids. Phospholipids composed of two major classes, glycerophospholipids and sphingophospholipid. In glycerophospholipids, the glycerol act as a backbone. The carbon number 1 and carbon number 2 of the glycerol attach with the fatty acids. And carbon number 3 of glycerol on one side they attach with the phosphate group by the help of phosphodiester linkage, and this phosphate they further attach with amino alcohol or nitrogenous base. Alcohol is glycerol, phosphatidic acid, lecithins, cephalins, plasmalogens, phosphatidylserine, phosphatidylglycerol, cardiolipins, phosphatidylinositol. All are the examples of glycerophospholipids. Now the sphingophospholipid. In sphingophospholipid, the structural lipids of the membrane of nerve tissues. This class of phospholipid has a sphingosine or sphingole rather than a glycerol as the alcohol portion of molecule. Sphingosine actually is a unsaturated amino group containing unsaturated alcohol. Chemically, it's composed of 1,3-dihydroxy 2-amino 4-octadecane, because carbon number 1 and carbon number 2, 3 of sphingosine, they have a hydroxyl group, so we called 1,3-dihydroxy 2-amino 4-octadecane. Sphingosine, the carbon number 2 of sphingosine, on one side they attach with amino group, and this amino group they attach with the fatty acid by amide bond. Carbon number 1 of sphingosine they further esterified with phosphatidylcholine to make them a phosphatidyl sphingo to make them a sphingomyelin. Sphingosine plus fatty acid we called sphingosine, they attach with a fatty acid by amide bond we called a ceramide, and this ceramide further In this ceramide, further attachment of phosphatidylcholine to make them a sphingomyelin contains predominantly larger chains of fatty acids. It's the part of myelin sheet of nerves that gives protection and insulation in myelin sheet of nerves. In white matter of brain, lignoceric acid and nervonic acid as a fatty acids, and in gray matter of brain, primary or secondary stearic acid, primary stearic acid is attached as a fatty acids. Classification of phospholipids, glycophospholipids and sphingospholipids, as we already discussed, that a glycophospholipid has a glycerol at its backbone. Examples included phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylethanolamine, phosphatidylserine, phosphatidylglycerol, phosphatidylinositol, diphosphatidylglycerol, we call the cardiolipin, plasmalogens, and sphingolipids, we call the sphingomyelin. These slides shows the side chains of choline. Choline composed of one nitrogen and three methyl groups. All these three methyl group donor is S-adenosyl-methionine, the active form of methionine amino acid. Then ethanolamine, side chain of ethanolamine, phosphatidylserine, one of the membrane-bounded phospholipids, phosphatidylglycerol, one of the membrane-bounded phospholipids. This one is more predominant in mitochondria. Then diphosphatidylglycerol and inositol. Now the significance of phosphatidylcholine. Choline, phosphatidylcholine having both structural and metabolic function, they make considerable portion of liver and brain phospholipids. They also in a plasma as a lipoprotein, the part of lipoproteins. They are the constituents of cell membrane. They required for formation of lipoproteins which involved in lipids and fat soluble transport of lipids and fat soluble vitamins is esterification of free cholesterol to cholesterol esters. Free cholesterol to cholesterol esters, carbon number 2 of phosphatidylcholine contains polyunsaturated fatty acids. This polyunsaturated fatty acids make esterification at carbon number 3, the hydroxyl group at carbon number 3, it makes esterification to become to convert the free cholesterol into cholesterol esters. Choline is important in nerve transmission as acetylcholine and storage of methyl groups. Very important role of phosphatidylcholine in lungs surfactants. Dipalmityl phosphatidylcholine is a very effective surface active agent and is important precursor for formation of lung surfactants. Dipalmityl phosphatidylcholine is secreted by pulmonary type 2 epithelial cells. Surfactants reduces the surface tension in the alveoli just to prevent the alveolar collapse. In in acute respiratory distress syndrome in infants is associated with insufficient surfactants. As we know, the lungs of the immature infants do not produce an enough amount of surfactants due to their insufficient pulmonary type 2 epithelial cells. So that's due to insufficient pulmonary type 2 epithelial cells, so their lungs unable to produce a sufficient amount of dipalmityl phosphatidylcholine surfactants. In its absence, the lungs tends to collapse and it leads to a respiratory distress syndrome. In case of adults, respiratory failure is seen in adults whose type 2 epithelial cells they become destroyed by some traumatic injury or by the use of immunosuppressive drugs or by certain chemotherapeutic agents. 15% neonatal deaths are seen in Western societies, so the respiratory failure occurs in adults. Due to a lack of surfactants, this slide shows that due to a lack of surfactants, it results it unable to reduce the surface tension and results the alveoli become collapse, leads to a acute respiratory distress syndrome. We also call it a hyaline membrane disease. Now the role of phosphatidyl inositol. Phosphatidyl inositol have two roles. Membrane bounded phosphatidyl inositol number 1, role of phosphatidyl inositol in protein anchoring whenever they are part of the membrane, role of phosphatidyl inositol in signal transmission across the membrane, role of phosphatidyl inositol in membrane protein anchoring. Look at the figure. Specific proteins like alkaline phosphatase, acetylcholine esterases, and lipoprotein lipases. So all of these proteins equivalently attach via carbohydrate bridge to membrane-bounded phosphatidyl inositol. For example, being attached to membrane lipids that allows the phosphatidyl inositol glycan anchors protein rapidly mobilize, shows a mobility on the surface of the plasma membrane, and it starts moving. Proteins can be cleaved from its anchor by the action of phospholipase C. That after cleaving by phospholipase C, it releasing diacylglycerol that activates protein kinase C. So this protein kinase C is a calcium dependent enzyme mediating the phosphorylation of certain cellular proteins, thereby regulating the important physiological functions such as cellular growth, ion channel activity, cellular secretion, and synaptic transmission. The slide shows the role of phosphatidyl inositol in signal transmission. Across the membrane, phosphorylation of membrane bounded phosphatidyl inositol occur in response to a binding of a variety of neurotransmitters, hormones, and growth factors to receptors which place on its plasma membrane. The degradation of polyphosphoinositoid result in the mobilization of intracellular calcium and activation of protein kinase C, both of which act synergetically to evolve cellular responses. Look at this figure, signal molecules either in the form of hormones, receptors, and growth factors that attach on receptors called G protein coupled receptors activated by GQ proteins that activate phospholipase C. Activation of phospholipase C evolved to hydrolyze inositol 1,3 hydrolyze phosphatidyl inositol diphosphate into inositol 1,4,5 triphosphate and diacylglycerol. Inositol 1,4,5 tri inositol triphosphate, anisitol 1,4,5 triphosphate, they involved to release the intracellular calcium, mobilize the intracellular calcium, and results diacylglycerol they activates the protein kinase C. Protein kinase C, a calcium dependent enzyme mediating the phosphorylation of certain cellular proteins, thereby regulating the important physiological functions included cellular secretion, synaptic transmission, cellular growth, and ion channel activity. Phosphatidylglycerol. Phosphatidylglycerol occurs as a large amount in mitochondrial membrane is a precursor of cardiolipin. It's more found in mitochondrial membrane. Cardiolipin diphosphatidylglycerol is composed of a two molecule of phosphatidic acid connected by an additional molecule of glycerol. Resultant structure is cardiolipin. Now, the functions of cardiolipin. Cardiolipin, a major lipid of mitochondrial membrane. In mitochondria, cardiolipin is necessary for optimal functions of electron transport chain. In its absence, the mitochondrial membrane becomes swelling and the results the oxidative phosphorylation becomes impaired. No energy is going to be uh, produced in the form of ATP. Cardiolipin is the only phospholipid phosphoglyceraldehyde that has antigenic property that is they use in complement fixation tests, a diagnostic test to determine the presence of antigen antibody interactions in the blood by adding the complements to the test system, especially used as in the diagnosis of syphilis. Syphilis, an infectious disease that transmitted by sexual intercourse is caused by a species called spirochetes, generic name Treponema pallidum. So the use of complement fixation, a diagnostic test to determine the presence to determine the infectious disease and their presence of antigen and antibodies in blood by addition of a complement to the test system is diagnosed by the help of cardiolipin. Now plasmalogen. Plasmalogens are generally similar to other phospholipids, but the fatty acids which located at carbon number 1 of the glycerol is linked through the ether linkage rather than esters linkage. So plasmalogens they found both in myelin sheet of nerves as well as in cardiac muscles. Plasmalogens plasmalogens have three types: phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylethanolamine, and phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylethanolamine they found more in myelin sheet of nerves and phosphatidylcholine found more in cardiac muscles. They also called platelet activating factors. One of the plasmalogens called 1-alkenyl 2-acetyl phosphatidylcholine, a very powerful chemical mediator, has a potent active physiological action on a variety of cell types. For example, it causes a platelet aggregation and degranulation, and therefore they called a platelet activating factor. Some other effects of platelet activating factors these includes: number 1, increasing airway and pulmonary edema in the lungs; number 2, major mediators of hypersensitivity; number 3, acute inflammatory reactions; number 4, anaphylactic shocks and causes neutrophils and alveolar macrophages to generate superoxide radicals. Platelet activating factors causes these responses after binding the receptors which place on the cell membrane, that activating the transmembrane signaling mechanism that activates the phospholipases, which starts degradation phospholipases and breakdown of phospholipids in their constraints. Now the functions of phospholipids. As we already discussed the function of phospholipids, number one, they act as a constants of the cellular membrane. So most of the phospholipids, they act as a reservoir of cell membrane. They initiate the production of second messenger in the form of phosphatidyl inositol triphosphate as well as diacyl glycerol. They involve to regulate the permeability of membrane. Number three, activation of membrane-bounded enzymes like protein kinase C, like phospholipase C. So both of these enzymes, they are calcium-dependent enzymes, and after they become phosphorylated, they keep phosphorylating the cellular enzymes, which boost the cellular responses. Number four, as a protector and insulator of nerve fibers. For example, sphingomyelin, they gives protection and insulation to of nerve fibers, in which the sphingosine they act as a alcoholic portion of phospholipids. Number five, as a constituents of lipoproteins, these phospholipids, they become the constituents of lipoproteins which found in plasma, which involved to transport lipids, sterols, as well as fat soluble vitamins. Number six, act as a lipotropic factors. Lipotropic factors like choline. So these phosphatidylcholine, they act as a lipotropic factors. They reduces the risk factors of, they prevents uh, fatty liver. Number seven, as emulsifying agents. They phospholipids along with cholesterol, they become the part of the bile, so they act as emulsifying agents during digestion and absorption of fats. Number eight, initiate the process of clotting factor. So thromboplastin, which composed of a factor 3 factor 3 clotting factor, this involved to initiate the clotting, in which the phosphatidyl inositol is the major component of thromboplastin, the factor 3, which involved to initiate the clotting factor. And number 9, as a lung surfactants, as we already learned that the dipalmityl phosphatidylcholine, they act as the active surfactants. It's where in newborns, in infants, its production of this surfactant is not sufficient, so results they're not able to reduce the surface tension and surface tension in alveoli, and result the alveoli become collapse, and it leads to a disease called acute respiratory distress syndrome. Number 10 is a anti-cholesterol agent. As we already know that the one of the membrane-bounded phospholipid lipid called phosphatidyl inositol, the carbon number 2 of phosphatidyl inositol contains a polyunsaturated fatty acid. This polyunsaturated fatty acids, they able to esterified at carbon number 3 hydroxyl group at carbon number 3 of cholesterol to convert the free cholesterol into cholesterol acids. That is why the phosphatidylcholine, one of the membrane-bounded phospholipids, they keep reducing the cholesterol level in our body. They act as an anti-cholesterol agent. Number 11, as a precursor of second messengers like for diacylglycerol, as well as like for phosphoinositol triphosphate. Number 12, as for optimum function of electron transport chain process. As we already know, one of the membrane bounded phospholipids called cardiolipin, especially cardiolipin is the part of mitochondrial membrane, which uh, by which their presence show causes the optimum function, regulate the optimum function of electron transport chain. Number 13, as a donor of phosphate radicals, these uh, phospholipids, they act as a donor of phosphate group radicals. Number 14 as a platelet activating factors. So one of the phospholipids called plasmalogens of the in which the carbon number 1 of the glycerol they have the ether linkage rather than ester linkage. They involved in uh, these components they involve in platelet aggregation and degranulation. That is why we called platelet activating factors. Reference books assignment. Give chemistry and two important functions of phosphatidyl inositol and cardiolipin. Give the structural components and tissue location of plasmalogens. Another question, a newborn infant died immediately after birth. Post-mortem revealed collapse, uninflated lungs. What is the cause of death? Which biochemical factor is deficient? How this factor prevents lungs collapse? So that's all about phospholipids, structure, classification, and function.